And here we are at the reviewing area, and here is the Transformers Universe Vector Prime on the reviewing area. And as a repaint of the Cybertron 2005 version, I think to me that this repaint is not really a bad repaint to me. I do still like the color scheme of the Cybertron version, but I also do like this repaint as well, because I don't think it's really a bad repaint to me for the way it looks all around. But anyways, the vehicle commode, as you can see, is like a like spaceship type of vehicle mode, and I do think it is, for how it looks all around, does look really nice. And going up close here to the cockpit, you can see some detail works of some spinning gears here, which I know are not picked out in paint, but he does have some nice molded detail work. But he does have some silver paint on what is the front of the cockpit here. And of course, he is all casted in black with silver, little bits of blue, and also brown plastic on him, which at first I thought that they were gold plastic, but they're not. And you do have like these things, which, as you can tell here, they are bendable, which some people might have a problem with it, and others don't. Because on the Galaxy Force version, the Japanese version of this figure, these were, from what I heard, were plastic. But the American release of this figure, and also this repaint, they're a bendable, rubbery material. Which I think I am fine with that. So, because on the Japanese version, these were like translucent plastic, and also the American release of this figure, even though this is a repaint. But the original Cybertron one, these were also translucent plastic, but they are bendable, which I think is to make it safe. But on the Japanese version, the Galaxy Force version, these were plastic. Like a translucent plastic. So you do want to be very mindful of that if you have the Galaxy Force version. But going to the top here, you can see what will become the robot mode here. And going to the bottom here, you have more detail works, like some detail gears here on the bottom of the nose cone. And you do have 4 little rolling wheels. So he does roll really well. And that's about it. Oh, I almost forgot. What I have heard of Vector Prime from the Transformers Cybertron cartoon is this figure is like a time traveler character from the Cybertron cartoon. Yes, I think I am right on that. It's been a while since I've watched Transformers Cybertron. But before we get to his other accessory that he comes with that you can store on him in vehicle mode, he does have some articulation to him. And that is, these things here can move on this joint, and you can move these up and down however you want. So however you want to position these is up to you. But I like to have them like this. And here's how he looks in full view on the top here. And that is it. Oh, one more thing. He has one more thing that you can do. And that is, on the top here, there's this blue thing, which is a trigger. And when you push it, it will fire out this missile thing. like that. And he does come with, well, he does come with a cyber key that you can use on him in vehicle mode, but I'm going to save that for the robot mode. But I can show you his little mini con here, which is Safeguard. Again, getting a closer look here. As you can see, Safeguard is like a little, I'm going to have to get him out. So as you can see, Safeguard is like a little space jet thing. And it does look really cool. I do gotta say. And he is all brown plastic, not gold, because I have transformed this guy multiple times, even Vector Prime, and nothing shattered, which I am thankful for. And he does have some nice detail work. You can see, unfortunately, not picked out in paint. And to transform him into robot mode, you want to take the back here and untap it and bring it all the way back, and these little notches tab into those little tabs here. Then you want to bring these up. These are going to form as legs. Then take the front and bring it all the way back. And there you have Safeguard in robot mode. So let's get a closer look at the head sculpt. Very, very nice head sculpt here. You do have some silver paint on the mouth plate and here. And he does have eyes, but unfortunately they're not really picked out in paint, which I would have liked if they are. Yeah, they're not picked out in paint. You can see on camera. But going down to the rest of the body, this is the port for where he is going to attach to. And not a whole lot to him, but he does have some nice detail work, just not picked out in paint. And for articulation, nothing at the head, but the arms can rotate all the way around. You have ball-jointed elbows, which are kind of limited, and the legs do move independently, so they move forward and back. They can bend at the knee, and that's it. But the way you attach Safeguard onto Vector Prime in vehicle mode is on the top here. There's this cutout here with this Minicon port here. And to do that, I will have to transform Safeguard back into vehicle mode real quick. And the way you attach him is, of course, from this port and that peg there. So you can have that, which I do think looks pretty cool attached to here, at least to my opinion. And there is other ports that he can attach to, but we're going to save that for the robot mode. Yeah. I was checking around to see if there's any more ports he can attach to in vehicle mode, but that's the only one. But now let's get him transformed. So first I'm going to have to remove Safeguard off of Vector Prime. There we go. And gonna set him off to the side. And I am gonna have to remove this missile out because I know it's gonna fire out. Okay, so to start off the transformation, we're gonna take these things and close them up. And come to the bottom here. And take these two things and bring it all the way down like this. And take what will become the feet and bring them up. And for these two things, you're going to collapse them in like this. And now for this thing here, we're going to untap it and we're going to flip it all the way down. So it looks like this. And he's already about to be done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take both of these things here on the top and bring them up, and take these here and untap them and bring them out. And they tab into these holes and these tabs here on both sides. So once these are untapped, you want to take these and slide these up to reveal his hands. And kind of separate his legs some. And then, last thing, take what will become the robot mode head and rotate it around. And there you have Vector Prime in his robot mode. Okay. I was trying to adjust the camera some. But here is Vector Prime, the universe repaint of the Cybertron version in his robot mode. And he does look cool. At least for this repaint of my opinion, because I don't have the original Cybertron version. But this repaint, to me, in robot mode, does still look really cool. And yes, I have heard about the new Vector Prime, which is from the Transformers Legacy line. And it does also look really cool. The only downside is he doesn't have the cyber key gimmicks like the original one here does. And I don't have an issue with it, but I still miss gimmicks. I mean, some gimmicks on Transformers figures, some I do like, and others I don't really like. But this one's gimmick, his cyber key gimmick, is not that bad. And you'll see why. But I still do miss gimmicks. And I still do like the original Cybertron Vector Prime here. Because to me, that there's nothing really wrong with it. The Legacy one is also cool, but I still like the original one the best. Even though this is a repaint of the original one, because this is from the Universe line. But let's get a closer look at the head sculpt. And his eyes are painted in. I just have to get it in the light. Yep, there you go. You can see he does have some green eyes here that are painted in. You could see there. Yep, you could see the green eyes there that are painted in. And the head sculpt, the detailing work on the head sculpt is also really nice. And you do have the Autobot symbol. And going down to the chest, where you have a lot of black and silver with little hints of blue on it. And even the shoulder pads. And he does have a lot of brown on him to help break up a lot of the black and silver on him, which is really nice. And going down to the legs and his feet here, which these two silver things here were the guns. So he has like tow guns from the vehicle mode. But which do form his feet. And you do have some blue paint here on the feet. And turning to the side here, he does have somewhat of a backpack, but it's not the worst from its time to now. And this does make like a you can call it like a cape. Even these two things here do make it as a cape as well. And all around, like I said, this Vector Prime is from the Universe line and also a repaint of the original Cybertron version. But this repaint to me doesn't really look bad, for at least for my opinion. And for articulation, the head can only swivel all the way around. And for the arms, these shoulder pads do move up and down on a soft ratchet. So you can have the arms. When you're moving the arms, you can position these shoulder pads however you want. But the arms can rotate around on a nice ratchet. Move in and out on a soft ratchet. You do have ratcheted elbows. No bicep swivel. Oh, but he does have an elbow swivel. No wrist swivel. No waist swivel. And these front skirt pieces do move up. So you can have the legs move forward and back on a nice ratchet. And they do move out on a very soft ratchet. And you do have knee bend on a ratchet. And the knees can swivel. And that's it. Also, you can move this out of the way some. And you can also move these out of the way some. And they do have a like hinge joint here, which I'm guessing that's how you can have the legs move back some. Yes, that is what it's for. But the problem is, if you move these out of the way to have his legs move back some, you have these things and this thing sticking out from the back. So you might want to keep them in. So he does have really good articulation for its time and now, but I would have liked if he would have had like a bicep swivel. But that's my opinion. And as for Safeguard, who's right here, you can have him attached to these ports on the side of his, on either side of his arms here. And you can have him like a little arm cannon, which is really cool. And being this is from the Cybertron line, he does come with the Cyber Key here, which this Cyber Key here has like symbols from other planets. Like this is from the Earth planet, this is from the Speed planet, the Jungle planet, and the Gigantica planet. And here, that's just the little Autobot symbol right there. And on the back, you do have a lot of detail work on the back with, and the Autobot symbol here. And can you still use this on your other Cybertron figures? Yes, you can still do that. It doesn't affect anything. And what you would do is you would insert it here. So you can have that. And it is supposed to be making some sound effects. Because the original Cybertron version, when you insert this in, it does make some sound effects. But on the Universe one, I did... And to get to the batteries, this right here is the battery cover, where you would unscrew this and put the batteries in this compartment here. But this Universe one, that they replaced the screw with a pin there. So I'm guessing on the Universe version here that I got, it does not include any sound effects, which I would have liked if they would still put the sound effects in on this Universe repaint, but it's a shame that they did not on this figure. But on the Universe one, or Cybertron one, I meant, you can put batteries in this to have it activate some sound effects. But the Universe one here, you cannot do that. Because I think they gutted that out on this figure. And he does come with one more accessory. And that is on the back. What you would do is you would take this part here that's connected by the nose cone, this side here, and pull it out. And when you pull it out, you get this nicely painted sword here, which on the original Cybertron one, this was all translucent blue with no paint apps. But on the Universe one, you do get some paint apps on it. Like you do get some silver paint on the blade here itself with some nice detail work. And along with some other detail works on the handle part. And the sword here is a rubbery material. And you can have him hold it in both of his hands, but on mine, I mean, he does hold it really well in his hands on mine, but oh, wait a minute. Well, yeah. On mine, it doesn't really slide in his hands that well. I might need to cut around or trim around the holes of the hands so the sword could fit in really snugly. I mean, he will still hold it, but as you can tell here, it kind of hangs loose from his hand. But if I just push it in some, it won't really have that problem. Well, unless if I shake it, it will hang loose. So I'm gonna have to do something with that. Yeah. Get your sword in your hand. And that's it. That's it for this figure. So I guess we will be back with our final thoughts here.